This is my daughter, Myriah.
This is Duda Allegra
di Carpegna. Hello.
And we're here to introduce this retreat that's happening September 18th through the 21st.
We're actually calling it an immersion. And the reason why is because it's not really a retreat where you relax and just check out into nature, even though nature is part of our support. It's an immersion into the deepest part of your heart and womb.
Can you talk more about that?
Well, I know that you and I have guided things before. You and I have guided a lot of trainings, and we had a immersion in Maui.
Yeah.
And this one is specifically designed for the Santa Fe women that we work with and meet and are going to meet that have struggled so much with blame, projection, and separation with loved ones, with family, with brothers, with your husbands, with siblings and friends, has continued to create the unsafety in your system. And we are watching how the forces that want to divide and conquer are really affecting women's safety and sense of well-being. We are relational beings, women especially. And we're watching now, everything is coming up because of the changes on the planet, because of the cultural changes, because of all the betrayals we see in our government. And where is the grounding and safety with women? Well, it's got to be in our own bodies. And how do we stop punishing and creating and projecting the same dramas over and over? Well, we found ways that we can help transform that. And we've been doing it together. And we want to share and help women do it with each other.
As well as, because that's all very, very, very true, but I would love for this immersion to be a space, a wonderful held space where we can explore creatively together. We dance, we sing, we move, all these emotions that are coming up. And I don't think as women we have enough of that. We get to do that enough. We don't give ourselves enough permission to do that. So this is a fabulous space to come together, young and old, and just let it all out. Have fun, cry, whatever.
And especially for young women, I have been able to hold space and have young women hold space for me and the elders. And you and I have gone through this. It's so potent to watch a young woman's experience and know that you're being witnessed by an elder, not judged. And where you've given that to me has been extraordinary.
So this immersion is acting as a format for women, young and old, as Allegra is saying, to come together and express emotions that have been locked in through sound, I'm hearing, and through movement and creativity and art. What is something that you want women who are interested in knowing that they can bring to this immersion in terms of something that they want to move through but maybe feel unsafe? What do you want women to know that are perhaps a little interested but maybe scared to go into this space of emotional release? What do you want them to know about that and the space that the facilitators you all are holding to create emotional freedom?
Well, the first part of the work we do is building agreements. And how is it that each woman needs to be relating to each other to feel safe, opening up?
And before even that, the practitioners that are going to come together, because yes, it's Robin and myself, but then there'll be a body of other practitioners holding the space, which are as important, if not more important, than actually what we're doing. So these people we have worked with intimately over many years. So the trust that we have built is unlike most spaces that I've been to, at least in the past. You know, there's a deep, deep trust of transparency, that we'll be transparent with each other, that we care for each other, we respect each other, we deeply love each other. And just this continuum of love is really what we're seeing. Is it's not even about the trauma coming up it's really about being in a space of love with other women and what that can create.
And that is the ancient wisdom, is women in different tribes have known this from forever, is when they deeply respect each other and hold sacred space, miracles can happen, transformation can happen. And the safety of the love among us, I really find, stops punishment It stops the self-blame. And these energies that we all know so well of self-crimination, self-blame, these are actual places of belief systems that are in our bodies. And when women come together and say, that's archetypical, that came from my grandmother's mother's mother, we can move that together and feel more trust of ourselves and each other than ever before. So anyone that doesn't feel safe expressing, this is actually a perfect environment, because you don't have to do anything that you don't choose. Every person coming will be in total choice.
And one brief thing, Myriah, unless you have a specific question I wanted to address, was why the heart and womb? So often we as younger women have shut down our womb for various reasons. I think we can all relate to that kind of shutting down, and then the heart gets shut down in another opposite way. And it's so this immersion, we're really, really hoping that women can kind of say, oh my gosh, forgive each other, the heart, the womb, and really get a beautiful synergy going again, which is a life force. I mean, there's nothing more.
How many times have we loved somebody and we've given away our sexuality?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we feel so
we grieve,
betrayed by our own heart. And how many times does our sexual current go
misused,
and then our heart isn't in it or available? Yeah. So we're really alchemizing and making peace. I love that.
Yeah.
What are you hoping women will gain once they've finished this immersion? What are you holding as facilitators that these women walk away with at the end?
You go.
For me, it's an expanded voice of self, less self hatred, less putting oneself down all the time. You know, that we really get to, where is this coming from? We get to unhook it, get it out. So for me, it's a freedom, really ultimate freedom of going towards that best woman that you know is there.
And trusting that you and others can build a field that continues to nourish you.
Yeah.
What is self-nourishment? To discover that. How can I change my life after the immersion and take this resource of support and then build on that? So my confidence increases. I might change career.
Well, I think we need to speak into the resource of support is not like most retreats I've ever been to, or immersions. I've never been to an immersion, but is that whilst you're with this community of women, you will be creating bonds that go beyond the immersion in actual pods that you will take into your life and be able to reconnect with those women. It might be 4, 3, 5, depending on the group. And that is powerful alchemy that carries beyond the container. So it's not just dropped. You don't just have to go home and face all the stuff that you've managed to disengage from for 4 days. So I think that's
the huge support after, the sense that you know what you actually need to feel like your life is moving forward in nourishment, and also insights in how you sabotage the very thing you want.
And deeply caring relationships, because when we are vulnerable with each other to this depth, you just can't help but love that person in you. And so you will form deep relationships through the vulnerability, through
the creativity,
through the
transparency
and the humor.
It's
and
so fun.
Awesome. Yay.
Great.
And you're going to be one of our guides, moving and dancing and supporting people.
Yeah, I will be. I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. And some mother-daughter healings often happen.
We have some remarkable women who will be holding space, and I think they're going to be, you can go on links and see more about each one.
Thanks for watching.